Okay guys, episode 7 of Grendizer review. So starting off, we're gonna be looking at jellyfish, of course. And why? Well, because our little team here, so you guys can see Maria, yes, they are amazing because they're pretty much at an aquarium actually. And then there's these two shadowy figures, of course, right next to them. You know, and they're like, oh, saucers. How could you think so? You know, she feels because you can't see all this beauty. Oh, the Kabuto Koji, such a man of words, you know, and skills. So, Maria kind of like prays at them, nothing, you know. And Koji's like, yes, that's right. And Sayaka's like, yeah, Koji, I don't think you should ruin her fun. We don't care about that. They are beautiful. So Duke is more reminder of Rubina. You know, he's reminding of Rubina. If you guys didn't see the last episode, Rubina revealed herself to him, and he's like, oh my god, Rubina's alive. And she's like, ah, yeah, Duke, yeah, I'm alive, whatever, right? So yeah, you're planning on killing me again. So that's still lingering in his mind, you know, as he sees the jellyfish, and Maria is like, oh, snap out of it, you know. So they're going to go see more rare stuff, and she's like, oh, I just had a vision. I saw us eating sweets and Koji will settle the bill. All right. And well, Koji's gonna be the one paying for it, and of course they do the intro, which I can't skip because they just add some new stuff to it. So this episode is actually really darn nice, and you guys will see why. So let's go a little bit further. So yeah, here you can see Maria having her little drink there, which Koji was gonna pay for it, and she's like, oh, my vision came true. Koji's like, you're arrogant girl. And yeah, basically the Kabuto Koji is the one that is always paying for stuff because he's Koji, basically. You know, so they're talking about Rubina, you know. And he's like, oh, she's a for fresh air, basically. And then they flash back, you know, to this place where Duke's army was gonna, you know, settle down or stuff. You can see that they all have unicorns because remember guys, unicorns used to be widespread in Flea. And Kid Duke, which is interesting that we're seeing Kid Duke since all the other times we have seen him as a right now as an adult, as a teenager. Now we finally get to see him as a little kid, but we also see Rubina as a little kid as well. And she's like, oh, don't hurt the flowers, I'm vegan, and don't hurt the flowers, and don't hurt the flowers, you know. And they're just trying to do a picnic, you know. And he's like, oh, how Rubina inspired me because she went, and the flowers, don't hurt the flowers, please, the flowers. Damn vegans, go kiss a tree, but you won't do that. So you know, Dick is, you know, that he's in great anger and all that stuff, and Bandai's are out of control, you know, the same old, open around. And he gets a call in his fancy dancy cell phone. Check this out. Ooh, you wish your iPhone could do that, don't you? Actually, that would be pretty cool if you have a phone that could do that, you know, especially if it worked like that. So basically the professor's calling them, hey, we found the artifacts and stuff, we're seeing it. And basically, yeah, where Hikaru took them, the caves in the Islands of Wolves. So basically, we already know, we have seen the spacers, okay, we already saw the marine spacer, you know. But yeah, if you're wondering, Zero, do the spacers finally come out in this episode? In a second, I'll tell you that. So basically, Mario's like, oh, show me, and she's looking at them, and she's like, well, I don't know if that's if I know that, but I'm from Fleet, so maybe there's an answer there. So I'll go and check them out. And Karu, of course, you guys will see why she is very important here to this plot. And basically, Maria saw the future there. So basically, she goes and she's like, oh, please do let me go. And Koji's like smiling like, ha 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 ha, you have to take her away. Oh yeah, I get alone time with Sayaka, finally. But no, Koji has to take her. Koji's like, oh the fuck, man, why do I have to take you? Because, oh yeah, she said, because you're the Koji. That happens when you're the Kauta Koji. That's what happens. So yeah, she drags him away. So these guys are basically, you know, they were telling them and keeping an eye on things, you know, and they're obviously from the vegans because they said it. And then we see that this guy has a little laser on the eye. And oh wow, you guys weren't expecting this, right? Yeah, we already saw the spacers. Here they are. Marine spacer, drill spacer, and the double spacer. Yeah, this all three of them are just there. They're in this hangar, and you're like, wait, you already found them? What? Well, the thing is, you see Kado here jumping around. And Hikaru, basically, you know, she knows everything. And you guys are gonna see why it makes sense. So she's testing Kado to see if he's a good person, a candidate for Grendizer. And then we flash back to the last episode, to the fight against Arena's sister, and we can see that the Marine Spacer was actually being piloted by Kado, and Kado is the one that saved Duke, and he's pissed off. And check this out. He tries to get out and she uses a gravity storm. Yeah, she can summon a gravity storm. So easily leads me to believe a couple things. That she is a Grendizer. I know what you're gonna say, Zero. What? Yeah, that she's a Grendizer. That she was the Grendizer to planet Earth. Or the pilot of a Grendizer in planet Earth, one of those two, and something happened that she, I don't know, decided not to be Grendizer anymore, or just destroyed her Grendizer, you know, because that's the thing. We right now, it's hard to say if she is actually, like I said, is she actually a Grendizer that turned into a human form, or was she just a pilot that for some reason the Grendizer like gave the powers to her, which it could happen. So that's what happens here. And Kado, you know, Kado's like, oh, I want to be a good, I'm a good person, yeah, right, but we don't know. So she's like, yeah, you have to go into Marine Spacer, you have to keep helping out. And you know, then they showed Kado killing everybody pretty much on Planet Fleet, because we already know that. All these crimes, you want casado, Ciola, wait there, to be a good person. So basically, it's like off you go. And then we have Rubina and her sister just, you know, remembering the fight and stuff. And she's like, Duke, you know. And her sister is like, yeah, you were stupid because, you know, it's stupid that you threw yourself like that. And of course, I have to stop here because you got 1, 2, you know, you got 4 good reasons to stop the video there. But we'll keep going. They just talk about how dangerous and the ambush. And then this is the interesting part, because these two were the same guys at the aquarium, right? Well, they're not actually human, of course, since we know this is Suryo. Yes, one of the big bads of planet Vega is invited to Vega himself. So he's basically like a scientist, and he's the one that's gonna make the mechanical beast now. Yeah, and the thing is about this series is that we haven't seen Dr. Hero again. No mention of Mazinger Z. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. So basically they're gonna make a monster, an even stronger monster, and there you go. Biggest monster that's ever been created by the Vegas. At least until now. So Maria goes there and she pretty much falls asleep trying to read that, and she doesn't know what to do. The professor says that it's basically, you know, like a mystical beast, and then Hikaru leads them to this chase where she goes like, oh, come to my storage room, and they go to storage here, and they're trying to read, see what's going on, but we all know Maria basically told her that she saw the future, and she already knows what's going on, you know. So, and she goes like, oh, so tell me, are you good or bad? And I know you guys want me to play this part, so I'm gonna play it. There you go. There you go. You got Maria pretty much sneezing all cute like. There you go. I know a lot of people want to see that. So pretty much they send this beast already. It's already out. And this time, oh yeah, they know that it's coming. Do guess in Grendizer, of course. But Maria does find this stack here, which we don't know of it yet. Anyways, Duke flies to confront it, and he's like, okay, here we go. And he's planning on taking it out pretty fast because he does spin saucers first. They missed. They caused no damage. Then this thing starts opening up like an egg, and whoa! Oh, you guys weren't expecting that, right? Damn. I gotta say, man, it's a really big, you know, that's a pretty big, darn, it's just a snack. Yeah, it's a bird. It's a bird, don't worry. It's just a bird with a really long crest there. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Check it out here. It's actually a pretty cool picture right there of it. So they start fighting. The spacer doesn't work because this thing is, you know, it's big. It's already on top of it. So Duke's like, okay, I'll get on Grendizer. And he gets on it, and they land in the water. And this is something really weird, because Grendizer, well, the bird folds its wings up, and that somehow makes it a lot faster than Grendizer underwater. And Duke is firing the hand beams. They're not really hitting the mark. No, he goes for the submarine drill, fires it. They don't work. And then he gets it's not a tail whip, a crest whip then. Yeah, he gets crest whip. And Koji's like, oh, it's so powerful, man. Hello, is a Mazinger already fixed or something? Couldn't you just deploy it as well? Mazinger has experience fighting underwater. Well, it should by this time. And the funny thing is that you actually see the punches coming back. See them? Yeah. So they basically, what these guys did is that they saw some fossils at the exhibit and they scanned them. And that's pretty much what they're using. But if you're looking at marine fossils, why does this guy have... It's a bird, right? Well, they probably use something for it. So this guy is giving it troubles, and this is pretty cool because he fires the double Hawkins. Check that out. Boom, like that, hits it, and you're like, oh man, the double Hawkins didn't do anything. No, they didn't do anything. And when they come back, look at this. Boom, shattered. Nothing. They've been destroyed. Fully destroyed. They've been reduced to fragments. Oh shit, right? That's not good. So yeah, Grendizer can't really fight underwater. And this guy just hits it with his own version of the Gravity Storm, which is pretty crazy, as you guys can see there. So we go back to Maria, and Maria's like, oh yeah, I already saw the future. I know what's behind here. I know I'll find you. And Kikaro's like, okay, you have to go. You have to go. Boom, and she sends it, and then Maria sees the spacers, you know, double spacer. I like this double spacer design. Actually looks like a crane, you know, not like the original one, which is flat. I like that has like a neck there, like a swan. So basically they're just talking, oh, that we have to help him. So that's what they do. Spoilers, of course. And of course the monster is called Bani. Just walking over there and pretty much kicking the shit out of Grendizer. And I like this part because this part you actually see what it looks like in the cockpit, you know, when he's being swung around, which is pretty awesome. I like that. Look, the guy is so arrogant that he's like, oh, Duke Flea, I'm surreal, the Minister of Science, blah 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 blah, and I'm gonna kill you with this mechanical beast. And boom. Oh snap. Yep, the spacers are that strong. The Duke hides, and here's the Marine Spacer Ricardo, of course. And he's firing some missiles there, where Maria is right behind him. So missiles explode. It's this big fire. Gundizer's already out. Comes the Drill Spacer. And they finally combine. So finally, the first combination is between Grendizer and the Drill Spacer. Here we go. Intersection, of course. And boom. Boom. You got Drill Spacer Grendizer there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool that they did that. And you know, it does gonna do its attack. The drills. And there you go. First kill with the spacers. There you go. Marine Spacer. That should be nice. Man, I want my high grade Infinitus to have its spacers. That would be awesome. Get to a Bandai. So guys like, oh no, how did Bani lose? And then the reverse pairing Ashura is like, ha 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 ha, yeah, you failed, blah blah blah. So he basically just says, oh, I'm gonna make a more powerful thing. So you can see that there's only 2 of the spacers there. Well, with the main spacer, of course, that's 3, but there should be 4. And Maria's just tending to Duke because he got the shit kicked out of him. And Kylo's like, yeah, okay. Happy now? Okay. I'm gonna go home. So, we go to Rubina, and Rubina's basically, you know, remembering Duke and all the good moments and all that stuff as the credits play. And she's like, well, I need to know the truth. So you know what's coming up? Yes, Rubina is going to Earth. So yeah, that does it. And then the credits roll. of course, have to. And next episode, episode 8, A Encounter in Asakusa. Yes. So, we already know that Ruina's coming. I'm pretty sure this is where Sayaka is gonna take over the double spacer. So we might see the double spacer here. From what I remember, this series is supposed to be 8 episodes, supposedly. So maybe this next episode is gonna be the end of the first season. But who knows? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But since there's, you know, it can't be the, honestly, I don't think the episode 8 is gonna be the last one, because you're gonna leave us there, you know. We don't know what's gonna happen. A big monster's gonna come to attack, Grandizer's gonna fight, you know, it's gonna combine with one of the spacers, it's gonna beat it, and then, you know, the ending is gonna be Ruina and Duke finally getting back together. We'll see what happens. But this episode was interesting, you know, it was interesting. The spacers, I wish they would have made it a little bit more of a mystery, but no, they went like, here are the spacers, we don't need to explain anything else, they're just here, okay, let's go, you know. But so far so good, so far so good. So I cannot wait to see what more stuff is gonna happen next episode. Hopefully it's interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.